So back in 2016 is when I started to notice that I was having problems in my left leg. And I started going to the doctors in early 2017. And I went to a family doctor and he said, well, we gotta go get MRIs. Maybe you got a pinched nerve in your back or something. So we went through that and I think I ended up getting 4 or 5 different MRIs and they came back all okay, no major problems. Then they referred me to a neurologist and then I went to the neurologist and we did a bunch of different blood panels. Then they wanted to do some nerve conduction tests. And then after we did all that stuff, he told me, he's like, well, it's none of what I thought it was gonna be. So now we can start testing for heavy metals. And I'm like, geez, man, I've been doing this for 5 or 6 months now, you still don't know what's wrong. So then we got in touch with the doctor at USC. In the meantime, throughout this whole process, my walking became more difficult and it was getting scary. So I was hoping to just have a back surgery and get it fixed. After I got into USC and I saw the doctors, they did some of the same tests, but they did more of an invasive EMG test. And after 2 of those, they said, I'm sorry, but you have ALS. And honestly, when they told me that, it was just my mom and I there. I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, alright, well, good, so you know what it is, let's fix it. And she's like, well, you can't fix it.
When he started having symptoms, I started researching everything. So I already had my suspicions that that is what he had. And yeah, we were very quiet when we were told, just because it's so overwhelming. You can't even concentrate on thinking. You just sort of in this haze, walking around wondering how you're going to deal with this for the next duration, whatever it's going to be.
You know, when the whole diagnosis and reading about it and understanding what my life was going to be like that was scary. And it put me into a dark time for honestly 3 to 4 months. I was just putting my head down and I went to work and kept my mind busy. And at some point, my physical function had changed so much that there's no way I was going to ignore the disease. Before I was diagnosed, I was living in Fresno. I was working for my family's solid waste company. I was a regional manager. I had 150 employees under me. We were having a lot of fun. We were very successful up there. I was very involved in Ashton's life. I have a special connection with my son in sports, baseball, basketball. I like to take him fishing. We'd go out in the hills and we just did a lot of fun stuff together, riding bikes. Typical stuff that a dad does with his son. He's been, the golden apple of my life. One thing that really hit me about a year or so after my diagnosis was that everything that I'd worked for the past 15, 20 years, hustling in the business world, making a name for yourself and accomplishments. None of it matters. What became important was my family, my friends, and the power of love. That's the most important thing in this world.